We're back. What's good, everybody? It is Sunday. We're starting week 9 now, and I can't fucking wait to go to this game. Can you tell? Can you fucking tell? There's a lot of shit happening today in all of our worlds, not just in the NFL. So without further ado, let me bring in the homie who's got his hand on a heartbeat of his pulse that is every fandom, including the Bears. What's good, homie? How you doing today?
Hey, it was a late night, but for me, it was because of gaming. Now there's a lot of news going on today in the geek world, but we in our sports mode as well. Good morning to everyone.
Absolutely. And cheers if you're drinking that coffee. This is how we start the morning, and it's very on brand for Syl Nation to be drinking coffee. We got CafeZone, we got coffee talk, we got espressos. What you need? We got it all over here. We gotta get some pastries up in this bitch.
Whatever you need to get right. Yeah, let's get some appetizers and stuff. Yeah.
Some donuts and shit. Let me say hi to everybody in the chat. We already saw, I don't know if you saw. We had Igor saying, dropping some knowledge, and he's right. A lot of teams are desperate for a win at the midway point of the season. I know. So it means it's going to be, and I said, you're right, man. It's going to be a good day to watch some football. We also got Real Talk here. He's saying Sports Center got nothing on y'all. Yo, Sports Center got nothing on anything we're doing over here, man. They're super whack. Super whack over at Sports Center. Give me a stage and a production like Sports Center and watch how much sicker it looks, bro.
Right. Oh man, that's not even fair.
He says fins up. Yeah, you'll see our pick later in the day, and it's gonna be a cool time to watch because we got Real Talk, who's a diehard Fins fan. We got Syl, who's been a Bears fan for really. I want to say diehard because. How can you be diehard for the Bears for this long, bro?
You know what I'm
saying? Like, I would feel bad for you.
Lifelong Bears fan.
Yeah, lifelong. There we go. That's the way to put it. That's the way to put it. Austin had us wait like haircut.
Wait 61 seconds. Go ask somebody else.
I should have counted down. I should have counted down on Twitter.
Shout out to the homie Skywalker. He had an amazing stream. It was a couple streams yesterday, right? But Sky killed it, man. Sky killed it. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Sky killed it. Yeah, for sure. I was trying to get ready for today, and I kept just been looking at my phone. I was like, wait a second, what was just said? What were we gonna say? There will be a part 2 though, because they didn't go in depth on haircut, really. Mikey crashed the whole damn stream. It was funny.
And it's like, and Mike, I love when we work together for over 2 years now, but you gotta know how to use that Mikey weapon. That's all I'll tell Scott. You gotta know how to dispatch that Mikey bomb, right? Let me derail you. That was me like my first 6 months streaming with Mikey. I was like, oh my god. You gotta know how to weaponize it.
He literally was looking at his phone, and the next thing he heard was just "fuck." He just screamed. I was like, "Yo, are you okay, dude? Are you okay?" We got mad too.
And it's like, and me, it's like, I hate teases. It's like, I look at it as a fan. I hate being teased, right? So it's like, I would be inside, like the way Sky was acting. That was how I felt inside,
Word.
And especially what he told, y'all. That's been, I don't want to dwell too much on it, but it just big stuff. You're right. It's just big stuff coming from this entire corner of the geek world and sports world, man.
Absolutely. Yeah. Sky is not one to hold back his emotions, which is why we love him. So that's why you got that on full frontal. It's like Mikey did that for himself. Let's be real. Mikey did that because he wanted to see Sky's reaction. Oh my god! And what's good, Mama Bear? Thank you for being here. We're just gonna keep calling. I'm gonna keep calling you Mads anyways, because that's what I know you as.
I keep the OG. I mean, right. I met you as Mads. You Mads. I'm sorry.
Like that's like if I change my name, dude, everyone would still call me the good Austin. Like no matter what.
Well, I mean, that's what in a sense draw a lot of attention to your platform, right? When you took the good Austin,
right?
And that's why I said now it's the only Austin, because I was like, wait a minute, was there another Austin before?
What happened?
Where'd they go? But and like with me, I like slyly drop the ink, but people still say Syl ABDUL INC, right? Because that's just how y'all found my channel, right? So
that's very true. The OGs will always call it that, and I think at this point going forward, if people don't like say the ink, you know exactly when when they joined.
Yep,
Yeah,
exactly.
word. Everyone be like, "Wait, who's ink? Like, what's the fuck is the ink, bro?" If you know, you know.
Yeah,
word. And JCJ says Sky was cooked. Mikey kept
Money
hitting him with the punches. Right?
Yeah.
That was funny,
Yes,
bro.
that was cool. Carlos said Real Talk was like he had to check out Sky's stream. Now you want to find out that information, but Sky did a good job addressing the fandom, definitely. So I'm looking forward to part two.
For sure. We need more context and more enlightenment, because not everyone sees the stuff that we see. And like that's a whole like we're not trying to keep the knowledge to ourselves. We want to share it with y'all, and we're not trying to do any experiments or nothing like that. Like you take the knowledge and you can see what you want to see for it and make your own conclusions. Like use your own critical thinking. And Mama Bear says Mads is short for Madeline. Yeah, I figured. I believe that's her partner in crime who draws with her on her streams. And yeah, real talk, you're gonna have to check Sky's stream. Yeah, check it later on today though, after CafeZone and after this. And JT's Avoid, thanks for stopping through, homie. Yo, Giants have a bye this week. Ain't that the worst feeling when your team's not playing? You're like,
It depends, because like Giants, that they had a bye at a good time. So JT's probably like, yeah, let's kind of recoup a little bit. So they caught that L last week. So it's like, saying, let's just, get healthy. So it's all good.
That's also a tough way to go into a bye week as a loss.
That's a tough division too.
Yeah.
It's becoming my favorite division to watch though, because you got three competitive, really four. The Commanders have been winning lately too. So like I said, it's a good bye week for you actually, JT. So
Yeah, you need it. With the Cowboys and the Eagles, man, they don't look like they're slowing down at all. And that's why I feel like the Giants were as good as they were. But now Water's starting to find its level. Let's start this show off. And without further ado, this predictions records recap. When I wrote that down, that was a lot easier to say in my head. We didn't have the week 7 show because it was our bye week, but we still put in our records for everything. And I made a graphic for that. Oh, perfect. We still fit on the screen. What's good? It's us. And let me get that banner down, actually. Boom, boom. So we were close that week. Yeah, we were close that week. And I don't remember what exactly the pick was that I got wrong. That might have been I have no idea. The Seahawks Giants game, I think, is the one that fucked me over this
You probably
game,
picked the Giants, yeah. I picked the Seahawks on that one.
Yeah. And I was like, that was when I was going through, and literally all of our wins and losses were the same. I was like, what the fuck? How is this possible?
That was the one.
And then we also have last week's, which you had more of a commanding victory. I had the same record.
And I'm laughing harder on that. It's like the more wins, like I'm laughing harder.
You are, dude. You're like, yeah, I gotta keep doing it. Bro, if you go undefeated, I gotta have you falling over, like out the screen.
Right. After that Bears hit when they got destroyed against the Cowboys, I'm just like, oh.
Dude, that was a perfect
like
clip.
7-6. I'm just like, yeah, respectable. Yeah.
Yeah. Just blew this kid out the water again, bro. Fucking A, dude.
Hilarious.
Fucking A. It's I think you're either 6-1 now or 7-1. We didn't have week 1, so it's like whatever the week is, take a week off of that. Yeah, 7-1. it's gonna be a hell of a story if I come back and tie this thing somehow, bro. We'll see.
Wow.
Well, that's what this show is for, though, the fun, and that's why like we're both. I have pictures of us laughing on purpose because it's a good time, bro. Like I don't care if I don't win any of these weeks
At the
going
end of the
forward,
day,
bro.
it's having fun. Like I'll be honest, like we do our picks and stuff like that, and then it's like I'm not like during the day. I'm like thinking like, oh, okay, I got this win over Austin, then I got this win. Like I'm watching football, bro. Like, and I forget, like, oh, we got records. I forgot, you know. So it's about the fun, and hopefully around the playoffs. I know we haven't talked about it, but I think it'd be cool if we do like little recaps during the playoffs because that's when it really gets wild, when
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. We might have to switch up for the playoffs though when they have the Saturday games. I don't know. We might have to do it on a Saturday or
we'll
maybe
figure it out.
both. Maybe both because it's playoff action. So
playoffs.
You know what I'm saying? We can go in depth on each game for that day. Oh, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. You just got me hyped. You just got me hyped, bro. You just got me hyped. Oh, James, Money James says it's now or never for me at this point. Yeah, for real. Just like a lot of these teams right now today, they need to get a win today or they're going to be in a world of pain. It's like, if you win today, you can maybe win, maybe lose one more game going out the season, right? But if you want to get in the playoffs, there's a lot of teams, like my team specifically, who have to go on a fucking winning streak. Like the Buccaneers, like the Packers also have to go on a winning streak, or there's no shot you're even making the playoffs. And JT says, sorry you picked us that week, Austin. Hey, man, it's all good. It's all good. G-Men were treading water by the Seahawks game. That's right. It would have taken a miracle. Well, I should have seen that, yeah. But I have faith. I have faith in Saquon, dude, putting the team on his back. But sometimes he just does too much. It's like, all right, he can't do everything against the Seahawks.
Exactly.
And
the Seahawks is a surprise team too, so that probably caught them off guard.
Excuse me. And he says, I'm crying. Yeah, dude. Got us. They got us. But the Seahawks, though, with Geno Smith, they're more of a surprise team than I feel like. That's not just like a surprise team. It's like a super surprise team, dude. Yeah. They're fucking Geno Smith is playing out of his mind. And if their defense got a little bit better, I feel like their record would be even better. But starting today, we have quite the matchup of 2 4-loss teams at 1 p.m. And on my list, that's the Colts and the Patriots. And Colts just got handed another loss last week and against Taylor Heineke, right? But Jonathan Taylor had a great game. 16 carries, 76 yards. But on the season, he still got a little bit over 4 yards per carry. So he's doing good. And then you got the rookie who came in last week and looked fucking good, man. He looked really good. Sam Ehlinger. 17 for 23 last week. 200 yards, dude, and 100 QBR. Like, for your first week in the NFL, good for you, dude. Good for you. Wasn't in a winning effort, but that still is really good. This week, though, against the Patriots in Foxborough, which I'm guessing right now that place is fucking rowdy as hell an hour before the game. The Patriots, though, haven't handled the run well on defense, which, Jonathan Taylor, really good. The Colts, however, don't have Nyheim Hines anymore. So what is that backfield going to look like? And then, the defense, besides not handling the run well, they did have 3 interceptions last week. And it's Zach Wilson, who was playing good, but that just goes to show you the Jets without their running back. Breece Hall. Without Hall, the Jets are like a shell of themselves. That was their fucking like anchor.
Yeah. That was tough. I mean, I know the defense is great, the Jets is, but that took a lot of swag out of them.
That's very true. Yeah. The defense though is great for the Jets, but we'll talk about that defense in a couple games. Their defense is looking great, but a name you might not know from the Patriots, their running back, Ramondre Stevenson. He had like a similar game to Jonathan Taylor last week. Again, 16 carries. He had 71 yards, but both 70-yard games. So I think that's where most of this game is going to come down to, is which running back plays better and what defense plays better against the run. Because the Colts defense is playing really good, but they still got beat by Taylor Heineke last week. So this week, you think if Mac Jones gets pulled like I think he should, play Bailey Zappi. Belichick, what are you doing?
Yeah, maybe Zappi he sees should be the guy.
Yeah, if maybe he sees the Bills are in his division, so he doesn't want to play Zappi this year because he knows he's not going to do well in the playoffs. Or maybe he just wants to show, whoever made that decision to get Mac Jones, if it wasn't like necessarily his full decision, maybe he wants to show them how wrong they are for making that decision. I don't know. Bill's real petty about that shit.
Right.
But I'm going to go with the Patriots at home. Just for the sole fact, because the last time I did, they lost to the Bears, but I don't think this Colts offense is as dynamic as that Bears offense is with Justin Fields and baby legs. That's part of the attack that Bill Belichick has never really got on a defense, is the mobile quarterbacks, because they can you can do all you want, but their shifty ass is going to get you one way or another.
Yeah.
I've watched it for years and years and years and years.
Oh, he's always had a problem with Cam Newton, right? When he was in his prime.
Exactly.
Belichick never could, track down, Lamar destroys him every time. So it's just, mobile quarterback.
I've watched it time and time again, but I don't know if Sam Ehlinger's got that. We'll see today. Maybe he can prove me wrong, but I'm going with the Patriots. Hopefully they don't prove me wrong. Who do you have for this game? And it's kind of like our old, or maybe our second favorite teams against each other today.
Yeah. Well, 10 years ago, we probably wouldn't like each other talking about this. but
this would be a fucking crazy matchup 10 years ago.
Man, when I lived in Indy, downtown was always lit up when Patriots came to town, or vice versa if we're going to New England. It felt like a Super Bowl every time. When it was Brady and Peyton, it felt like a Super Bowl every game, man. It was amazing times, right? Especially when y'all had Moss. Oh my God, that was some crazy games, bro. But anyway, nostalgia aside here, this is not this game, right? This is not
right. The good old days.
These are literally 500 teams, right? I'm gonna give both of these teams, again, satisfactory. They're gonna play just well enough to kind of beat some teams, and they can lose to anyone too, I think. That's why the Bears beat the Patriots a couple weeks ago. But Patriots usually at home, I'm like, okay, Belichick's gonna, Belichick doesn't remember these Colts, doesn't forget these Colts rivalries. He wants to beat the Colts anytime he sees the horseshoe, right? So they're gonna be ready to play in Gillette Stadium, but the Patriots are a little banged up. Offensive lineman, quarterback, little, okey doke. What's Belichick doing? Zappy's the man. What are we doing? So that's a little question mark there. Colts, usually I would say their defense is pretty solid, but they let Heineke do a game-winning drive last week. I'm like, what are y'all doing, bro? In Lucas Oil Stadium, bro, we had the roof closed too, bro. He's supposed to win that game. Ehlinger will play well enough, but Jonathan Taylor, I believe, is out for today's game. They traded Nyheim Hines as well, so what running game Patriots should win?
Forget about that running game, dude. Yeah.
This is what running game?
Yeah, what running game? 10 years
trade
ago.
Trade away the backup. Who's a pass threat. I'm gonna love to see the Bills with Himes. That's gonna be a cool weapon when they have him.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just watching their highlights, and one of the highlights that Sam Ehlinger made threw a dot to Himes, and he caught it toe tap and falling out of the game.
He's like a receiver. Yeah.
Just last week. Yeah, dude. Crazy. JCJ misses those days too, man. Peyton versus Brady. I want to say maybe there was 14 to 16 games that they had against each other. If you
count the playoffs.
Yeah. Because towards the end, when you knew it was going to be the end of the run, they were this is the fucking 14th matchup. You're like, damn, they play each other a lot.
When Peyton went to Denver, I don't count those games, right?
Yeah, me
I
either.
just don't. That was just just totally different vibes. Like even Brady was just like, what, this don't even feel right playing Peyton like this, right?
I know.
And because the Broncos was a better team those years when they, when Peyton against the Patriots. But the Colts Patriots, that's the greatest rivalry. I mean, because it's in my lifetime, so that's the greatest rivalry I've ever seen. Like up close, man.
By far, dude. By far. I mean, like, I grew up watching those games. So now every time they tried to glorify Brady versus Rodgers, I'm like, there's nothing like and the best part was they're kind of like both. Well, I guess that was like Brady's like first prime run, if you want to call it that,
Ain't that wild? That's wild.
That
is kind of wild. And he did like peak again after, like even after Peyton left. The Colts, like Brady, like whatever, dude.
He's on like his third career right now, dude. He's just been playing Madden fucking franchise for his entire career, dude. Like speed fucking simulating all these games and winning them.
Like Money James said, when you see Peyton Manning, you think of the Colts uniform. Yeah. It didn't even look right. I was still a fan of him with the Broncos, but it didn't even look right, him winning a Super Bowl without the Colts. It didn't look right.
Nah, I completely agree. But the thing to me now, like you see this jersey behind me right here, like that is a relic at this point. That's a relic. Today I'm going to get a new Brady jersey and I'm putting it inside another shadow box, and that's going to be like the jersey that I remember him in as, I don't know why. I watched him for 20 years in a different Patriots jersey, but I don't know. That's just like different for Brady.
It's certain unwritten like rules, like whether it's fair and unfair or whatever. Like when Brady's done, he's gonna be remembered as a Patriot, like no matter what. I don't care. They're gonna talk about if he won. He won with the Bucks. I don't think they're gonna win this year, so I'm gonna say the one he won with the Bucks. They're gonna talk about it, just like Peyton with the Broncos. But Brady's a Patriot. Peyton's a Colt. That's all it is to it.
I can't wait till him and Belichick are both retired, and he can go to the like Foxborough and shit, and not have to like walk on eggshells. Because Belichick is there now, like he don't like being there.
I can't wait to the stories like that. Brady and Belichick, like get them like in a room and just talk about like 20 years. Like that'd be must-see TV right there.
Oh my God, yeah. Put it on primetime television. Edge James,
Martin Harrison. That'd be like 2020 Dateline type stuff. Like
dude.
Brady's an international star, bro. And so people will love to hear those stories, man.
I like when Emmett went to the Cardinals. That was weird, right?
I forgot about that. Yeah,
exactly, dude.
I get that money.
Yeah, that's true. And they deserve it. But fucking A, we only did one game so far. We've been in here for half an hour.
So much history right there.
We gotta fucking speed through this because I do want to get down to the game today, and I do want to have some brewskis. But I do have a lot written down, so I'll try to do this as succinctly and as articulately as I possibly can. So this next game, division matchup. Holy shit. Packers versus the Lions in Detroit. And the Packers, both these teams are on a multiple game losing streak. And I just love saying that. Packers have a 4-game losing streak. And the Lions have a 5-game losing streak. The pass game is not great for the Packers, and the pass defense is bad for the Lions. So it's like, could it be a bounce back week possibly for the Packers? We shall see. But I want to, before I give my pick, I want to hear who you have for this game. Packers versus the Lions in Detroit today at 1.
Well, it's every 5 years or so, a handful of years where I'm like, hey, Rodgers is struggling, right? Like I relish these moments. Right? Rodgers needs his win so bad. 4-game losing streak for Aaron Rodgers. Take him out of the GOAT conversation. Let's stop this right now.
End it.
But as far as the team, he is playing the Lions. this is like a halfway point through the season. You know who these teams are. Okay, you're not fooling anybody anymore. Like people know, like with Seattle, they know what Seattle's doing now, right? They know what the Giants are doing. So no one's surprised. The Lions are bad. They're really bad, and they can run the ball. Though Swift is banged up, questionable. Not sure. I mean, he probably a go, but they have good backups as well. Lions is going to run the ball, and then Goff's going to throw the ball to the other team, right? Now, as far as with the Packers, they are who they are. Again, these teams, the Packers, their receiving game, their passing game is shit. Okay, it just is. That's why Aaron Rodgers is not the GOAT. But then, if you don't let your team get this bad in passing, they can run the ball though. So I think this is going to be an ugly game. It's versus Detroit. I think Lions is going to make more mistakes than the Packers. Packers should win this game.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. And JT Savoy says, hoping Rodgers flames out for the rest of the year. Take that discount double check out of here. Wait, let's go. Tell him, JT, tell him how you feel. And Pilly says, fucking A. What's good, Pilly, by the way? I was highlighting your comments earlier. What's up?
Shout out to Peely. I'm not a hater, but because I don't cheer for people's downfall, except Aaron Rodgers. I'm happy. I see how haters feel when they look at Syl Nation. When they they want us to take an L. I understand now. When I really thought about how I feel about Aaron Rodgers, I'm a hater against Aaron Rodgers. I admit it. Haters should just admit they're hating, for no reason.
Right. Be honest about it.
I do hate this dude.
As long as you're being real. Yeah. As long as you're being real, you can't hate on me for hating. You know what I'm saying? I'm being honest about it. I'm
letting you know.
Yeah. Just telling you straight. So, but you picked I'm sorry, who did you pick? The Packers?
I got the Packers winning. I should have had this on while I was saying all that, but yeah, it's all coming from this, y'all. Right? It's all from the heart. I want him to feel.
I feel you there. To remind you or let you know, the other backup besides Swift, his name is Jamal Williams, and he used to play for the Packers.
Yeah. Oh, he be juiced up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And one of these battles to look at today is I think his name is Amon St. Brown. I forget his St. Brown versus Kawhi Alexander. That's gonna be a good matchup to watch because they're both fucking coming off really good games. And Alexander last week had 2 picks against Josh Allen, of all people, who's one of the best quarterbacks in this league. So, Rodgers, are you going to prove yourself or are you going to show your ass? We'll see. I think Packers get the win today, too. They're going against a 1-win team. The Lions get the win today, bro. You will not see me and so mad about our prediction being wrong. We will be real happy. Don't you worry about that. Exactly. I'll be watching. So I got the Packers, too. And we'll see how that game goes. I think it'll be a close game as well. Moving on to a battle of 2 teams who have 4 wins. And that's the Chargers flying across the face all that lemon pepper. The Falcons, who are 4-4 and leading their division. They had one of the craziest games last week, dude. Watching that shit was insane. And if you've seen what you missed week 8, or if you haven't, watch it after this. It's on my YouTube channel in the videos. Little highlight clip of our reactions of all that crazy fucking throw that PJ Walker, he threw for 70 yards all the way downfield to DJ Moore. And DJ Moore proceeds to take his helmet off, get a flag, fuck up the kicker. We go to overtime.
It's his fault the kicker missed 2 kicks. Okay. That's what's going on.
No, I mean, it's his fault the kicker had a harder kick at the end. But, he had a teen scene looking ass kicker for whatever. He do look like he was going to a high school dance with that haircut, that look. But it was a crazy game nonetheless.
Yes.
Chargers are coming off a bye. Now let me give you a quick little stat here. You know how good the Falcons run game is, right? Even if they don't have Cordell Patterson back, their run attack is 2nd in the league, okay? But their pass attack is 30th. So they're on two opposite ends of the spectrum with that. However, with that second in the league running attack, they're going against the worst team in the league against the run, which is the
Good stats
Chargers.
right there.
Yeah. So they also have O-line injuries, but they could bounce back as a team against the Falcons because of that bad passing attack. But we'll have to see. I don't know how to pick this game. Honestly, I want the Falcons to lose, but I think all of that lemon pepper, I can't bet against that shit anymore, dude. It literally got them to win last week. It got them to win, bro, because the kicker was out way too late the night before, for sure. Bro. Allegedly, we're just saying that. I don't know for sure, but he looked like it, bro, on the sideline. You saw that. No, he was so mad.
He like ripped his shirt, like
dude. He was doing like the bitch version of the Kobe, bro. Oh my god, that was hilarious. But I'm picking the Falcons to pick that win up today at home. Who do you got? Chargers versus Falcons, my friend.
Hey man, like we've been saying all year, lemon pepper is a real thing, y'all. Like I thought we was playing like 3 weeks ago, but that was like the birth of it. And you got the Chargers coming across country right now. I'm just saying, I use this as a factor. Anytime someone goes to Atlanta, like did they go out the night before? Right. You're coming from California, going to the ATL. I'm just saying it's different grade of women in ATL, different style, different everything. They went out last night. Okay, these Chargers players went out. Okay, it's just different. All right, you got like Barbie dolls in California, you got like Megan Thee Stallions in Atlanta, right? That's what we talking about. All right, so lemon pepper is in effect. All right, so the Chargers, they've been like teetering as a middle of the road team. I thought they were ready to break out this year. Too many injuries. Barbecue ribs, Justin Herbert. He hasn't been the same since week 2 when they barbecued the ribs up, right? Like he just has not been the same. You mentioned the passing attack is a big thing for the Chargers to do. Their top 2 receivers are out. Mike Williams out. Keenan Allen out. The Chargers, they haven't been overachieving. They haven't been really fixing these problems with these injuries. I'm going with the home team, lemon pepper. Plus, I know these California boys went out to see some women last night. So we're going with Atlanta. The improbable story of the year. The Falcons taking the win. Yeah. Stay in first place in the NFC South.
Man, it hurts me to say that, but logic wins for that, bro. And so does superstition, because I'm superstitious as fuck, bro. And dude, they had every reason to lose last week, and they still fucking squeaked out the win in overtime. And we got the Dirty Birds picks. Everyone's picking the Dirty Birds. Necron says too much hot sauce. Facts, bro. Facts. All right.
Sauce out there.
We both got the Falcons, and let me circle that for me because there's a couple of games I didn't circle pre-pick. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna pick those in the moment, and that one turned out well for me. This next game, Peely, where you at? Paging, Peely, paging, because we got the Bills going down to the city to face the Jets. And the Bills are 6-1. The Jets are 5-3. They just lost against the Patriots, which I didn't see coming. I thought the Jets were going to take that game, but that just goes to show you. We said it earlier. Breece Hall, man, he was the anchor of that team. They need to get going on offense because they have a good defense now. We got Sauce Gardner, dude. He is tied for first in the league with 12 passes defensed, and he's holding QBs to a 63.8 rating, which is crazy. And he's only got, though, which is probably surprising to me, he's only got 1 interception on the season, but it doesn't matter. As long as the receivers aren't catching the ball near you, you're going to be, rated high and highly valued on the defense. You don't have to catch the ball yourself.
It's like the new Revis. Revis wasn't picking off everything, but you stopped throwing to his side, though, after a while.
That's the Pacific Ocean over there. He's on an island. Like, don't fucking throw it. Or the Atlantic, I should say, for this side of the country. But on the other side of the field, besides Sauce Gardner, you have DJ Reed, who's also holding quarterbacks to an even lower rating, dude. He's holding quarterbacks to a 59.8 rating, which is nuts. DJ Reed, he's got 6 sacks. Oh, wait, no, the team got 6 sacks last week, and they have 21 sacks on the season with a 31% pressure rating. So 31% of the times the quarterback is taking the ball back, they're getting pressured, which is like, that's elite. That's elite defense that we're talking about here. So why do I say all that? That's because the Bills are fucking first in yards per game. Allen is first in averaging yards per game and second in touchdowns in the league this season. So it's going to be, that's the main battle, right? But they need to stop the Bills, is what I'm saying. And the Jets offense need to get on some kind of roll for this to even be interesting, because the Bills defense is elite too. They have 11 sacks. The O-line only has 11 sacks taken this season, and they're only allowing like a 20% pressure rating. Their defense, though, is very dominant in the secondary, and they have a great pass rush with Von Miller coming to that team, and I forget who the other linebacker is. So this could be a route, or the Jets. Yeah, I don't know who the other guy is. Yeah, you got Von Miller as the marquee name. If you're not another, it's gonna be hard to remember. But anyways, I like this game, and I wrote a lot down for this game just because it's AFC East, and this year the AFC East is very competitive. So it's fun to watch. And we got Peely in the chat, and so I had to give him some hype.
To be fair, that's Peely's answer every week. Peely's goes to the Bills every week.
Dude, look at everybody, dude. Everybody. Nobody's going to Jets, and neither am I. I'm going to Bills today. Who do you have today in New Jersey at MetLife?
Yeah, I wish this game happened 2 weeks ago when Breece Hall, when it was healthy, the running back,
would have been different.
The Jets, if the Jets were a little more healthy, that I would have been teetering at an upset pick if the Jets had their weapons, because they traded for James Robinson as well, another running back. He's questionable as well. The Jets are in trouble. Their defense is for real, and you put that at home with the running attack, they could have gave the Bills some problems. The emphasis on could, right? So the Jets, this is not this Jets team today. The Bills, they're relatively healthy. I've said this all year. The Bills is the best team. Any given Sunday, they have the odds-on favorite MVP, Josh Allen. They added another weapon, Nyheim Hines. Took it from my hometown Colts, second hometown Colts. So more weapons, another running attack, because they do need help running. The Bills, that's probably their one weakness. They added another running attack who can catch the ball. It's halfway through the season. We know who the Bills are. The Bills are the best team in the league when healthy. They're going to win this game. It's too bad for the Jets, because this could have been a marquee game for them in this division. Maybe next season, Going with the Bills.
Maybe next season, bro. Oh, it's tough. That's so tough, because you usually don't have to say that as a team, as a good team, until later in the season. The fact that you're saying it week 9, it's tough. Yeah. Tough for the Jets. But
Zach Wilson, whatever his name is, he just crumbled, man. Yeah. Without a running attack, it's ugly. It's ugly.
Yeah, it's ugly. The Jets are the Jets, unfortunately. And moving on, I think today this one team is not the same team that we thought they were, and that's the Vikings, who are 6-1 this season. I don't think they're the same team that they've been the last couple of seasons, where they maybe start hot and they fall off, especially not this week against the Commanders. Although the Commanders are at home, and Taylor Heineke is playing inspired, to say the least. They're 4-4, these Commanders, which is not great for their division. However, it's better than a lot of teams in the NFL. I mean, it's better than two teams, namely the Packers and the Buccaneers, which you wouldn't think about the Commanders in the NFL season at any point, let alone week 9. Vikings are on a 5-game winning streak, which is kind of crazy to say.
Looking good.
They're looking good. They have a solid pass defense, great pass rush. They're in that 30% range for the pressure rating, which is, like I said, that's elite. So they have a great defense. And then what's on offense? Kirk Cousins.
What's not on offense?
Right.
I'm just saying.
They just picked up TJ Hawkinson as a bona fide tight end. And Adam Thielen, I don't know if he's going to be playing today. He might be out. He did get hurt last game and didn't play the rest of the game. But then you have just
fully practiced. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, awesome.
Fully practiced all week. Yeah.
Perfect. I didn't look at the injury report today because got a lot of other shit going on, trying to figure out parking for the game and all this nonsense. So
I feel you.
It's a whole rigmarole when you go to an NFL game. But Kirk Cousins' passing numbers are down compared to last season, but it doesn't matter because if you watch the game or watch the highlights, dude is running on a 3rd and 5 and then just gallivanting to the end zone and diving for the pylon. That's playing inspired. That's playing with a heart and grit. I love seeing that from Kirk Cousins. He's the dude who originally said, and they're talking about COVID, what happens if you get COVID? He says, if I die, I die. What? Dude, that is a fucking man.
Drago,
dude. Yeah, dude. Right, dude.
He dies.
This is a fucking boss move by Kirk Cousins, in my opinion. And not to mention, Dalvin Cook is cooking. So without further ado, though, to let me hype up the Commanders' defense quick. Their offense isn't looking great because, I mean, they've had Carson Wentz. And now they have Taylor Heineke, who just started his first week of the season. But their pass attack, right? 21 sacks for the defense. And then 33.8% pressure rating, which is like one of the highest in the league. And then they also blitz you 32% of the time. So that's a hard fucking defense to play against. But like I said, however, this Vikings team, they're going to get the win today easily, in my opinion. What do you think is going to go on today in D.C., Vikings versus the Commanders?
Yeah, good points there with the Commanders. Their strength is on the defensive side. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Like any given one of their defensive front members, they can get a sack any week. You know, just that's the pressure they put. But, I mean, the Vikings is for real, y'all. You talking about like old school, like triplets vibes, or like just fully offensive attack. You got pretty much above average quarterback, Kirk Cousins, right? We know who he is. He's not going to, do anything special. He's going to get the ball to the people. He got Thielen, Justin Jefferson, who I think is the best receiver in the league. You add TJ Hawkinson, who's basically like a poor man's Travis Kelce. Right? You got Dalvin Cook, who's, I mean, again, he's a 3-down running back, but he doesn't play 3 downs because their backup Madison comes in and he's like almost as good as Dalvin Cook. Like the Vikings also, they got Za'Darius Smith on the defensive side. And he was banged up, but he is going to play. So they're going to get that pass rush on Heineke, whatever his name is, Heineke. And so I'm going with the Vikings. They're going to keep rolling. The Vikings, they fully loaded offense. They could run, they could pass, just don't make mistakes. They could get at the quarterback on the other side. The Vikings, I can't wait until they play the Eagles again in the NFC Conference Championship game. That's going to be a good game. That's my early pick. But I think that's the only team that beat them this year too. But no, the Vikings is for real, and they're on the path to the NFC Conference Championship, man. They're that good.
For sure. I completely agree. I hope the Buccaneers will be there, but that's my own bias. You know what I mean? Yeah, I got Vikings too for that. Yeah. Ooh. We'll see today, bro. Today will be a good measuring stick for the homies, and they gotta do something. Moving on though. Keeping the pace.
Good stuff.
Oh, wait, let me mark this up real quick. Freezing cold take. He's mad. Cowboys fan mad. Conference? Yeah.
Because he don't like the cow. Yeah.
He's mad. You didn't say. We haven't mentioned the Cowboys at least 10 times today, so Necron's mad.
Right. What about January? We'll have a good idea.
Yeah. I don't know if you know who's the wild card then. The Cowboys. I don't know if that's able to happen.
Well, the Eagles is gonna win that division like next.
Yeah,
Like, you know this, buddy. So it's like the Cowboys. They go out to knock out the Vikings on the road or another NFC team that we'll talk about later. So yeah. I like my chances in my pick.
I like your chances too, bro. I like your chances too. Next game, we got
Lobo.
Lobo's a homie. He knows. Panthers versus the Bengals. Okay. And this is going to be a fun one to pick. Panthers are 2-6. They should have won last week, in my opinion. They should be 3-5, but regardless.
That was a tough division. That was a division L. You know, you just catch those sometimes.
Yeah, they're going to get them. You're going to get them, unfortunately. Against Panthers, against the Bengals, who are 4-4. Now, Joe Burrow might be Thrash Burrow already. He might be the new Thrash. He might be the new Thrash.
The Thrash brothers.
He got sacked left and right last week, dude. The O-line's bad. They got no Jamar Chase. And they, so far on the season, that offensive line has 30 sacks taken, which is second to last in the NFL. They gave up 131 yards to Amari Cooper. And who else is a marquee wideout? DJ Moore, who we saw get last week 152 yards against the Falcons. And on only 6 receptions, which is crazy, dude. 6 receptions, 152 yards. And then Awuzie, who's one of their good defenders on the Bengals, also got carted off last week, so he's not going to be full health if he even is playing. And the rush defense isn't great. Where on the other side, the Panthers, you have Deontay Freeman, who last week had 26 carries, 118 yards, and 3 fucking touchdowns. What are you saying, Austin? I'm saying that the 2-6 Panthers are going to go to Cincinnati and beat the Bengals today. And that's my upset special. Who do you have today, homie, over there in Ohio?
You really leaned into that. That's
I did.
Good, man.
I did.
With the Bengals, I mean, it's something about the Bengals and Joe Burrow that I'm like, dude, like I just respect that dude so much because he's getting thrashed, like you said, every week, but he keeps standing in that pocket. You know, sometimes he runs around too. But without Jamar Chase, the offense looked totally different, right? The Bengals offense looked totally different without probably the number 2 best receiver in the league, Jamar Chase, in my eyes. Yep. But he still has other weapons, right? I think with a T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd, and he still got Joe Mixon. It's hard for me just to count the Bengals out totally in a game that they should have more talent than the other team and win. So I'm going to go with the Bengals just because of Joe Burrow is going to find a way to halfway point through the season. You're going to win some, you're going to lose some. They should win this one against the Panthers. So go with the Bengals. Okay,
nice. We'll see how that'd be one that I keep my eyes on then, just because I leaned into that pick so hard. I was waiting on. I set myself up for a freezing cold take, probably.
Some love to PJ Walker though, the former XFL quarterback, got a rocket for an arm. They're gonna put up points. I'm gonna give them that much credit, and shout out to the XFL. We're gonna be covering them during the NFL season.
Hell yeah, dude.
So much love. PJ Walker.
PJ Walker played absolutely amazing last week, dude. Just throwing dots left and right. Like, not only does he have a cannon for an arm, he's also accurate with it. He seems to make pretty good decisions as well as it comes to being a quarterback. Like, half the battle of being a quarterback is not giving up the ball, and he's doing a great job of that. And that's what comes with when you have to work your way up. You know, you have to really take advantage of your opportunities, and he's doing it.
Yeah.
To me,
and this isn't his first shot. Yeah, right. This PJ Walker had a shot before the XFL. Then he went to the XFL. He had a shot after the XFL and actually failed. I forget the team he was on. And he kept at it, bro. Just like Geno Smith, like these, you know what I'm saying? Because people want to put this stigma on like black quarterbacks, like they got to run around and be Lamar Jackson. It's like, no, there's only one Michael Vick. There's only one Lamar Jackson. Like, everyone calm down. You got quarterbacks that can stand in the pocket and do the job. Geno Smith stuck at it. Now he's about to get a crazy contract from Seattle, I'm sure. PJ Walker may be another story, man. So that's good to see, just people sticking with it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's about perseverance, dude, and nothing coming easy. And it feels better. I imagine he's enjoying himself more now because of all the work you put
make a little
in.
money.
Right. Yeah. It'll pay off in the end for sure. You just got to stick with it. And that's a great, like you said, great story, man. Anyone can relate to that for their own lives. Like if you have something you're passionate about and you're getting no's left and right, what determines your life is you. And I always say that, man. You make your life. And a lot of people pick Panthers. Yeah. Was he say
Matt Rule actually brought in PJ Walker, but Matt Rule got himself fired by starting Baker Mayfield, right? Peely, so it's like,
right.
And I'm sure Peely he followed those Panthers out there, right? Carolina. So Matt Rule fired himself. You don't start Baker Mayfield.
No,
I thought the league. I thought they knew, right? That you don't start Baker
Mayfield. All right, this is another funny game for me to watch today. The next game, and this is another team flying from the West Coast coming to the East Coast, and they're going from a dry heat to a humid heat. It's all hot, but what's not hot is their records and their play on the field, and that's the Raiders, who are 2-5, versus the Jaguars, who are 2-6. Those fucking records look awful. Now the Jaguars could have won last week, but Trevor Lawrence threw a last-minute interception. The Raiders.
Trevor Lawrence is trash.
Yeah. He literally said, "I gotta play better." Yeah, you do, dude. The Raiders, though, got embarrassed way harder than Trevor Lawrence did last week. They put out a 0 burger against the Saints in the Superdome. And even Derek Carr said it was embarrassing. Threw some awful passes. Just seemed to be off in general with his receivers. I think what's key for this game is Jacobs, their running back. He's played really well in lieu of all the no scoring. But last week, the Raiders didn't make it over midfield. Can you believe that?
I believe it. It was unbelievable watching it. Like, I believe it.
Your face, bro. You're disgusting, bro. Oh, it's hilarious. And they 4 sacks last week, giving up on Carr, and but the pass rush is fresh because they didn't even show up last week. They let the Saints go all over them. I don't know who to pick for this, honestly, but I think I got to go with the Jaguars. And I don't feel good about it. The only reason why I'm picking it is because the Raiders got to travel. And they put up 0 points last week, and the Jaguars actually fought on the road in London. So that's who I'm going with. Who do you have for this ugly game today at 1?
Yeah. No, this is a game. Like you said, I don't even want to pick this game. Like, both teams are the two of the most disappointing teams all season. Like, preseason pick, these were 2 division winners that I picked in their division. So that's how disappointing they are to me personally, right? What do you do with the Raiders, man? Like, now I know Waller, the tight end Waller, I know he's been banged up all year, but you got Devontae Adams, man. Yeah, I think Winfro is still out there. You still got the running back Jacobs. Derek Carr, is he really? I guess he's not that dude, right?
No.
And then you look across the field with the Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence, I know he's young. I know it's his second year, but he has weapons, and he's still being really stupid with the ball. So it's like both quarterbacks suck to me, all right, in this game. Now, Lawrence has a chance again next year to get better. Super Bowl winning quarterback coach. Peterson may coach him up, over the season. We'll see. There's still hope for Trevor. Right now, he's dumb. He looks really dumb out there. I just go with the home team. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, both these teams, this is a game I don't even want to watch. But I'm going with the home team. I'm just going to give it to the Jags because they're home.
Right.
That's the only. Right. That's the only factor I'm using in this.
That's exactly what I did, dude. I was like, I don't know who to pick. But to make us feel better about our picks, ETN, the running back, is playing lights out for the Jags. So hopefully he can continue that this week. I'm not watching this motherfucking game. Yeah, me either. And I hope fucking Red Zone doesn't put it on. And Peely says Derek is not that dude.
Over this one.
Yeah, skip over
He's
it, bro.
Not that dude, man. Like
he's not that dude.
You don't get top 5 receiver Devontae Adams on your team, and you're not putting numbers up.
Right.
Like that makes you could just force him the ball. That's what Matt Stafford did with Megatron all those years. Just force him the ball. At least get numbers doing that. He can't even do that. Come on.
Come on now.
Get the Raiders out of here, man.
Oh shit. Yeah, we're getting
draft the quarterback, Raiders. Draft the quarterback next in the draft.
Gruden fucked them up. Let's be real. Gruden fucked them up.
Oh my
Let's not wallow in bad games. So we got hopefully a good game after this, and I believe it's the last game for the 1:00 games. And Real Talk, where you at? Paging Real Talk. We got Dolphins who are 5-3 going up to Chicago who are 3-5. Oh man! Don't let me even say nothing about these teams. Go ahead, Syl. Who do you got for this game today?
Yo, so okay, we got the Dolphins now. We at the crib, right? Okay, so we in the Chi, right? We in Chi-town for this game. I got the Dolphins coming in. Yo, the Bears, the baby Bears are growing up right before my eyes, man. Like they're getting new weapons. They feeling a little better about themselves. They relatively healthy, right? we got Chase Claypool on the team. So Baby Arms got a number 1 receiver now, right? Just overnight, right? But we did trade away top 5 linebacker Roquan Smith.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
We did trade away top 3 pass rusher from last year, Robert Quinn. We traded our defense away, but we did get some weapons. So we're gonna make this fun. We know Tua's gonna put up points with Waddle and Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill is a beast, the cheetah. So obviously the Dolphins it's gonna be a shootout. It's gonna be fun. The Bears is gonna lose, right? The Bears is gonna lose this game, right? But it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun watching more points on the board. All right, that's all I'm saying, man. Bear down. Hey, the baby Bears are growing up, so I'm just, we gonna lose, but we're gonna look good, right? We're gonna have shades on the sideline, like, at least we're putting up points, bro. At least we out here fighting. All right,
we trying.
I'm be happy. I'm be happy because I'm be happy every time Tua scores because I know we getting the ball back and we may score too, right? So let's go. Bear down.
Bear down. Yeah, you got Bradley Chubb on that defense now, though. Oh boy.
Yeah, boy. Dolphins beefed
good.
up their defense, and the Bears lessened their defense. So I mean, I'm just
saying, how does that work out?
Got going on this week.
Right. When I saw the moves that the Bears are making that you just spoke of, I was like, okay, you're making your offense better, but also, what the fuck is your defense doing? You just got rid of the 2 best guys on the defense. You know what the point of defense is? Tackling.
Now, the word is, because I keep in touch with the home team, and defense, they wasn't fitting the scheme. Like Roquan Smith wanted, top 3 money for his position. They was like, Baby Bear, he needs some protection next year. We got to use that money on some offensive linemen. So that's why they moved Roquan Smith. Okay. Robert Quinn, basically, they didn't have enough pass rush opportunities. So they're like, dude, we're wasting this dude because we're down by 20 every game. So let's just get him out of here. And again, Dolphins, I'm telling you, next year, boy, our offensive line is going to be dope because we're going to have so many draft picks. We're going to beef up the line. We got the running attack. I'm just saying, baby Bears, we on our way, y'all. We're going to be putting some points up, though. Yes. Some points up.
Run that scoreboard up. Bet the over.
Yeah, he's going to run for his life. That's what he's going to be doing. Yeah. We're going to look good, though. When you look good, you play good, right? Now, I mean, you're going to win, but they're going to look good.
It'll give you hope. It'll give you hope for next season.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be more entertaining watching them now. Yes.
Let's go. Here he go. I'm going to keep my pick quick because we are getting very close to 1. I gotta get the fuck out of here, get down to the stadium. I'm going with the Dolphins today. Like you said, for all the reasons that you said, the Dolphins beefed up. They just got a bunch of players. And who said Wilson Jr. they just signed as well for the offense. They got already an explosive offense. I think this is where they hit their gear and they really start to frame their identity around the passing attack. But they're going to use some very well-designed runs to help that passing attack get some play action and stuff. I think they're only touching the surface of what they can be as an offense because their head coach is really good, Mike McDaniels.
Tua is their guy, right? And that's the silver lining of that crazy situation a few weeks ago. Him getting a concussion and stuff. Tua's really that good, and this offense, they can outscore anyone. Now I know everyone's saying the Bills, and yes, the Bills are the best team, but Dolphins gave them their only L. And they catch you on the wrong Sunday, the Dolphins can outscore anyone. I'm just saying, like even in the playoffs, that ain't no joke.
Having Waddle and Tyreek and Tua, for that matter, they can be instant game changers, spark plugs, dude. Those lightning,
instant touchdowns, man.
Instant, dude. You can make one wrong move and then pew, they're gone. So these 4 o'clock games, we're gonna do speed rounds. We're just gonna do it real quick. There's only 2, and then we got the night games. Perfect. So then we have start at 4:05, that layover game. Seahawks versus the Cardinals. Battle of the Birds. Seahawks are 5-3. Cardinals are 3-5. I'm gonna go with Geno Smith and the Seahawks just because they've been on a roll. They're playing well, and the Cardinals still have no idea who they are, and it's week 9. What are you doing? Who do you have for the layover game today? So,
Seahawks, they've been, a good story. Geno Smith, they are on the road, but like I said, Geno, he's throwing up to DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett. Can that offense travel, right? Because the offense hasn't really been traveling all year, just to kind of put it out there. And the Cardinals, D-Hop is back. One hand catching all over the place. I actually think this is going to be kind of a comeback down to earth moment for Seattle. I think I'm going with the Cardinals. D-Hop, I think it's going to be the difference at home for the Cardinals.
Okay. All right, man. That'll be interesting to see at 4:05 before this game starts that I'm fucking going to, and I can't fucking wait, dude. The 3-4 Rams coming to town, and they face my 3-5 Buccaneers. I ain't got to go on an in-depth analysis to anything, right? You know who I'm picking, dude? It's the fucking Buccaneers. Let's go, dude. Let's fucking go. Who do you have today for the Rams versus the Bucs, man?
The Rams, they're reeling, man. They're in trouble. The Bucs, they're in trouble as well in their division because of the high-powered Atlanta Falcons. Both teams are in a tough spot, but only one team got the GOAT. I mean, I got to go with Brady, man. I got to go with Brady in this game. He's going to find a way to beat another struggling team. I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's the lucky part about where the Bucs are right now is that the Rams aren't looking any better by any means.
Exactly.
They do have Aaron Donald though, so we just gotta keep him the fuck away from Brady. Bucs better wake up from real talk. Yeah, I agree. Necron says Brady gets them today. Mike Evans owes James. Yeah, we're all owed a lot of things. I think they pay up today at 4:25. And it gives us everyone a little bit more time to be extra prepared for today. So that's the last 4 o'clock game. Actually, I wonder why they didn't flex any games into the 4 o'clock game this week. There's actually 6 teams that are on a bye, and I think they just wanted to keep the hype for like the 1 o'clock, man. And 1 o'clock, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, exactly. The night games. The night game today at 8:20 Eastern is the Titans, who are 5-2, versus the Chiefs, who are 5-2. If I believe I got that right. One of them might be 5-3. But either way, they're both really good. Oh, nice. Both really good. Titans, a little less explosive on offense, I would say, but they have fucking Derrick Henry. And then the Chiefs, they just picked up that guy, the wide receiver from the Giants, who was supposed to be the
Tony,
next
I believe.
Tony. Yeah. Darius Tony or something like that.
Something like that.
He
we'll probably know his name today.
Oh, right. We'll find out later on tonight. We'll find out. Maybe we will. I got the Chiefs. They're at home in Arrowhead. Primetime game. Seems like an easy decision. Who do you have for this game?
Yeah, I think, usually in the Mahomes era, Titans Chiefs have been good games like every year, right? Somehow what's the coach for the Titans again? Vrabel. He has a good scheme against Andy Reid. They having good coaching battles, right? But today, Malik Willis is the quarterback for the Titans, going for the Chiefs in a blowout. You can have Derrick Henry all you want, but if you're down by 20, there's only so much Derrick Henry can do.
Right. He ain't throwing the ball. He ain't throwing the ball. Yeah. Oh, it's funny. Philly says if Rams win, Brady hanging up. I don't know. Maybe. Austin, you got lucky to pick a game and Bucks.
Really throwing shots.
He's throwing shots, bro. You're gonna try one more year. Well, I got more to say on that, but not the time. You
don't have time.
JT says Chiefs roll. I think Kadarius. He won't make any difference. He's not a player. Oh well, hey. We got people who got opinions, and we love to hear him, dude. Honestly, so we'll
spraying the ball around like Juju's looking good in that offense. I mean, it's about Kelsey. They got all these other weapons around them. So
right,
Kadarius Toney, he may make that one big third down catch or something. Yeah.
That's all they need. They just need you to make the catch when the ball is thrown your way. And then moving on, tomorrow night we got an interesting matchup, maybe, but I think it's only because of some very superstitious things that go on in New Orleans.
The voodoo. Yeah. It's not quite lemon pepper. Like lemon pepper is a little stronger than the voodoo.
Yeah. It's a little. It takes some time to set in, or it'll just prevent you from going over the half field mark for the entire game. That's how strong that voodoo is. We got the 5-3 Ravens, who just came off. They had a longer extended period than 10 days. They just won, if you remember now, 2 weeks ago on Thursday versus the Buccaneers, on the road versus the Buccaneers. Now they're on the road versus the Saints in the Superdome, and the Saints are 3-5. I think they go back to their losing ways, and the Ravens continue to roll. I got the Ravens taking this one on the road. Who do you have for Monday night's matchup, Ravens versus Saints?
Yeah, so you in Louisiana, right? In New Orleans. So
yes,
you're in that dome, right? So you got Lamar Jackson, Monday Night Football on the turf. That's fireworks, y'all. That's fireworks. I think the Ravens is going to put up some crazy points. But the Saints are not pushovers. They what's the Red Rocket? He's keeping them in there, right? But no, Lamar Jackson is going to run wild on that carpet. I'm going with the Ravens, putting up crazy points. Now they got a defensive quarterback in a sense. Smith, Roquan Smith from the Bears went to the Ravens, so he's going to quarterback that defense now to kind of calm down that defense a little bit. Ravens big. I think they're going to put a lot of points up.
Yeah, like Peely said, Ravens easily. And to bolster up that defense, they needed it because they weren't looking great. But I think they already had great players. They just weren't executing efficiently. Yeah. So to kind of give them more people to like put a fire on all the players' asses, like, hey, we'll replace you if you don't play good. I think it's great for the team.
In the middle. You put him in the middle of that defense. Now, people's like, oh, is he like Ray Lewis? There's no one that's like Ray Lewis. There never will be no one like Ray Lewis. But you got him in that middle linebacker position. And so what Ray Lewis used to do, again, he was like a quarterback on defense. So he's looking at the QB signals. He's talking to the defense like, yo, they're going to go over the top. That's what the Ravens need. They had no one that's really aware of the game. Roquan's that dude, and he's going to be a Raven probably for the rest of his career or prime. So this is a good pickup for the Ravens, more ways than one. So I think the defense is going to wake up, I think now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And it could be the coming out party for that team, for the Ravens to show the world what they're really made of this season. And in November, that's when the serious football starts. So what a better time to show it on Monday Night Football when everyone's watching. We shall see how that plays out. And I'm sorry, Necron. Ravens forevermore. We'll see. We'll see. Everyone's picking the Ravens. Hopefully the Saints don't surprise us again like they did last week against the Raiders. The Raiders, the Ravens, they sound similar, but they will play a lot different. I promise. And coming up after this, CafeZone on Syl's Twitch. And let me get that ticker up that I should have had going the whole time. If you don't have Twitch, what are you doing? And if you don't know how to get there, the link is coming up right here. It's scrolling across. There's the link. Twitch.tv/Syl Abdul. Everyone, thank you for coming through today. Thank you for hanging out in the chat and making this another successful day. I'm sorry that I felt rushed, but we had to rush this shit so we weren't going overtime.
Perfect.
Yeah, perfectly timed. And hopefully next week we can start a little bit earlier. But if you don't know why we start a little bit late today, go to Syl's YouTube. Some stuff happened this morning, and you need to go check it out for yourself. Like geek stuff, but we're all geeks here about sports, about whatever it is. We're just having a good time, and I appreciate everyone coming through. And Syl, I appreciate you being here. And I'm sorry I can't be there in CafeZone today, but I might still hop in and show you what the tailgate looks like from Raymond James. So, and thank you, Peely. Thank you, Real Talk, Necron, JT Savoy. I'll root for your boy, Bray Teos. Thank you, bro. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I appreciate everyone coming through. Maz Mama Bear, I know you were here earlier. It's just a good time in Syl Nation to be a part of this and to be hanging out. So if you want, tell your friends, tell them to come join the party. It's only going up from here, man. Only on the up and up. And with that, everyone, see you over on Syl's Twitch. Look for me at the game. I'll be up in the nosebleeds, but I'll be there, bro. I'll be there. I'll be having a good time. And I hope everyone has a great week as well after this. We'll see you on Freezing Cold Takes Wednesday night. And hopefully I don't have some bad ones today like we had last week. Take care, everybody. And we will see you next time.